So I'm gonna make some soup. Start out with golden beet. Next, dandelion greens. It's all gonna get thrown in there, so I guess it doesn't really matter where it lands on this cutting board. I don't know what the hell that is. Probably just something that I already cut. This is a better knife for my peppers. I have some water already boiling, and so I'm gonna kind of make quick work of this, so I can stick it in there. Just have some chicken and onions, bay leaf, olive oil, and water. Kind of get the hard vegetables going, even though those beets are a hard vegetable too. But if they're like, maybe I'll dice it up small. If they want to be kind of like an al dente, if there's a such thing as al dente for vegetables, that's fine. My teenage son does not feel good, so this is for him. I'm starting to feel a little something myself. And before you lay up in the bed or run to the doctor, if you have to, or mask it with so-called medicines that are really drugs, I prefer to try and hit things at home. So this teenage son of mine, I have 4 children, but he's the youngest boy, 2 girls, 2 boys. He's the one that's living with me right now, and he's not super keen on vegetables. He'll do it, I think, sometimes just to save face, because he knows I'm gonna make faces. But truly, he's not crazy about them. So if I make them small or make them pretty soft, hopefully those nutrients are still in the water. But really, if it just winds up being a broth, and he could just hold on to those couple of pieces of chicken, that would be fine with me. Those vegetables are in there as long as they cook down well enough. I think I'll leave the onion a little bit bigger. That's fine. It's something to like grab onto. But I think I might go back on these beets and make them just a little bit smaller, because I believe now that I'm looking at them, they're gonna take a little bit longer than everything else in there. I just want the nutrient in there. I really don't care about the seeing. Sometimes I really want to see it and see it in nice little pretty squares. But really, if I think about this, the only way this is gonna cook up in time is if I dice it a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that is enough. It's all gonna go in a pot of soup. Just realized I wanted to use that onion for the tuna fish. Oh well, more onions the merrier. Okay, that's on. It's nice and high. Get an onion. Oh, there's tuna. See what this one looks like, because it don't feel like much. It's got like a slightly hollow feeling. And I'm not really even sure exactly how it goes, but I like mine to be very firm. Red onions are very good for cancer or cancer fighting, so I do buy a lot of them. So again, this young child who is 16 and super tall is not crazy about vegetables. So I'm going to put some onion in there. Just have to make sure I keep it pretty small. So I think when it comes to vegetables, sometimes it's about the texture for them. And the rest I will put away. Save this onion. Goes in the garbage. Okay. Next in line is the tuna fish. That's an easy one. Not even sure if I should show it, but I'm already here, so might as well. 1 can of tuna. Next can of tuna. Mayonnaise. Avocado mayonnaise, I should say. Olive oil. Onion powder. Nutritional yeast, because I try to fortify whenever I can. Plus it has a slightly salty taste to it. Tuna fish doesn't need any salt, but it's gonna be a tuna melt and have a cheese flavor. Nutritional yeast kind of has a cheesy nut flavor, so it works. Umami powder is made from mushrooms, and so supposedly there are also many corners of your tongue that can pick up certain flavors. And I think there's a 6th one that this can pick up, or does it combine them all? In some kind of way, it just brings together just a unique, just an appealing flavor in terms of in your mouth. So I think I'll stop there, mix that up. Maybe a little bit more organic black pepper. That's done. Rinse these for a cycle. Two slices of bread. They need to be toasted. Sourdough, also very good for your gut health. I give my son 2 nice sized slices. I, however, don't eat a lot of bread just because of the carb, and I'm older, so I'm gonna make some 90-second bread with coconut flour for myself. And I guess I can have the cheese out if I'm going to the refrigerator. for that. I'll just keep it on the plate because I need some for my tuna melt too. So we'll refrigerate, clean it up, keep this out. Take a peek at the soup. Which is smelling amazing. And put the toast maybe in the toaster oven, get it ready while we're working on the 90-second bread. Lightly toasted, those things can wait. This can be put away. I'm gonna work on a 90-second bread. Okay, 90-second bread. I think we're gonna make 2 of them. I'm not sure if you can double the recipe, so I'm not gonna really take a chance. I'm gonna do 1 and then make another 1. So let's do it. Melted butter first. See if I can remember. I did find it online. I think it's about a tablespoon of melted butter. Gonna put that in the microwave. I think it's a tablespoon of coconut flour and a 1/4 teaspoon of bacon powder. I think that's how it goes. So I'll make 2, maybe lightly toast them in some butter on a pan so I can get them kind of firm. And then that'll be my tuna melt. My son will have the sourdough bread. We can eat together, but mine's more for a woman who is older. Again, like I said, it kind of takes it easy on the carbs. Oh, these aren't supposed to go together. Alrighty, there it goes. 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, about a tablespoon of coconut flour, and 1 egg. So I throw the shell away, but I think I want to do some preliminary stirring to make sure that hot butter doesn't start anything cooking before it's supposed to. I know what I saw online when I was some kind of keto quick bread. They mixed it very, very well, so I'm going to do the same. It's thicker than the first one I made, so I hope it works out. This will be my second time trying this out. All right, stick that in the microwave. Put all the way this egg shell. And it's called 90 seconds, so I'm gonna put it in for 2 minutes and try and catch it in time. The soup is on pretty high, cooking nicely. All right, so I'm gonna leave this out because I want to try and make 2 for my sandwich. Move everything over. I'm gonna check the bread. Get ready for this toasting. The 90-second bread. Looks like I'm running out of butter, so I'm going to try this. I picked it up from the grocery store. It is a plant-based butter, dairy-free. Looks the same. I've tried others. They're so very close to being just like butter. If they sold it more often on sale, I'd probably buy more. I'm going to put that in a pan so I can toast that, my bread, my 90-second coconut bread. It's a shame it's in the microwave. I guess if I could find another way, I try not to use the microwave too much, but coconut oil, butter, and egg, like you cannot beat that. I did put it on 2 minutes, right? So that means it's done. Okay, gonna get a pot holder, take that out, let it cool slightly. This stuff is amazing. All kind of things dinging in this kitchen. All right, that's one. I'm gonna let it cool off. Do I have to make 2? I can really slice that thin. Maybe I'll quit while I'm ahead. Yeah, that's kind of thick. I think I'll probably quit while I'm ahead and maybe just slice that. Get my bread knife, give it a good slice and toast it now. Right? That's just amazing to me. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna stop there. It's actually looking like it's gonna be enough food for me. Again, I'm starting to feel like I'm coming down with something too. So that one piece, it's got some protein in it, of course, with the egg, coconut flour, organic coconut flour. Is there protein in coconut flour? 2 grams, doesn't count. Not really. Anyway, I'm gonna put the stuff away. I try to clean up as I go. I do have a small kitchen, but I think that is the beauty of a small kitchen, is that I can really kind of dance in this kitchen and get things done pretty quickly. My older children have their own home, and they cook. Sometimes they'll call me and ask me questions on things to cook or methods. And sometimes they actually just send me pictures to kind of show off what they've got going on. And I think some of the beauty of what I do here is that I seem to do it pretty fast. Healthy, pretty fast, like those 3 words. And part of that reason is because my kitchen is small. I also set it up in such a way that it's very conducive to cooking. Like anything that's for the stove is right beside the stove. Anything that's for eating, like forks, spoons, knives, plates, glasses. And then putting things away, try to put them in containers that I can take to go, like a food prep. time I think about how you move in the kitchen. And of course, even though Americans are all about big, 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 and sometimes a smaller space makes for just a healthier lifestyle, you know? All right, that's kind of warm, so I'll leave that to cool. Put this butter away, put the knives. Oh, I think I'll leave one knife out. I will need that to cut my son's sandwich. Put the butter away, things away. My dish rags down, and let's check on the bread and the soup. I think I'm ready to start building. Butterfly PT. Okay, I'll toast the bread just a little bit crispier. And cheese, tuna. This sandwich, my sandwich. We both get some soup. La 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 la. Have some more tea. Let me check on that soup again. Okay. Okay. Couple of seconds on that, let it just melt. Put the cheese on top of that sourdough bread. And the bread was pretty big, so I wanted to give my son 2 slices. I'll keep one for myself. And this cooking on TV is a little different for me. Cooking and recording, I really haven't tasted the soup, which I usually do. I haven't tasted the tuna fish, which is something I do all while in between. I think cooking shows, we all know, when you put it all together, maybe we all don't know that. As a young chef, it was different, but now that I'm older, there's nothing worse than putting a whole thing together that looks pretty and doesn't taste like anything. Very nice. Tuna fish is very nice. The bread is coming along. I think I want to taste this soup. Share something about myself, and that is that I like healthy and I like pretty food, but I'm also at a place because I'm flexible in that way, and the highest thing is nutrition. Pretty, nice looking, aesthetically, just a pleasure for the eyes is number 2. Nutrition, good looking, but nutrition is number 1. So sometimes if it winds up being that I'm eating a cold bowl of vegetarian chili in the parking lot, you know, at my salon, if that's what it takes to get nutrition in, I will do that. So we'll see what it tastes like. I'll tweak it if it needs be. But there has been plenty of times that I'll just take in whatever I need to in order to stay nutritious. That's my number 1 goal. And it really does surpass taste, even though that and the way it looks is super, super important to me. All right, let me get a spoon and see what this one tastes like. I got a small piece of chicken, some vegetables. Oh, that's gonna feel nice. That's so nice. And dandelion too. I was afraid it was gonna be too bitter for my son, but and again, I would take it. I had dandelion salad last night, but this is really nice in the soup. Mm-hmm. Campbell's has got nothing on me. That's really good. It was supposed to be a taster, but I'm enjoying it. Super nice and ready. My bread is also ready. There's a bottom. Here's your top. Cheese. And scoops of tuna. See, that'll be my tuna melt. I usually like vegetables. A whole lot. So it's kind of bland looking to me. I'll put some spinach on there. Okay. Maybe save a little for my son, but that works. That works. All right, let me check on his. So same thing, he's gonna get some tuna on this cheese. I know he doesn't like wet and mushy stuff, so not too much. A thin spread is nice. In restaurants I've had it thicker, but I'm not gonna do that to him. And he tries to get away with not too many vegetables, so I'm gonna try and make his a little pretty with some purple spring young lettuce here. I think when it comes to kids, even though he's 16, if you can make it look pretty, I think you can get it down better than bland looking food, you know? My daughter's away at college, so when she comes back, you know, she's been doing a lot of ramen noodle. Because she's my child, when she was 6, she actually got some butternut squash soup delivered. But when she gets here, she's gonna be looking for home cooked, pretty, well seasoned food. Alrighty. Let's cut that in half. Alright. So we have our 2 sandwiches. Now we need some soup to go with it. Okay. If only somebody could be invited to dinner. I just really enjoy cooking. It's like exercise, it's like art for me. Expression. And there we go. One for you, one for me. Piece of the bowl. I can have some too, because it is dinner time. I try not to eat too much past 7 o'clock. I listened to an article or a research infomercial that talked about Alzheimer's and dementia and how you keep those at bay. And one of the things they said is not really eating, well, I was gonna say past 7 o'clock, but that wasn't what he said. What was said is that you should eat or finish eating at least 4 hours before you go to bed. Alrighty, so it's all about presentation, even for my teenage son. So we are going to give him, maybe the loose soup. Maybe the heartier one. He can eat as much as he wants. And we got these 2 sandwiches here, tuna melts, and spoon. Same for me. Design is everything. So here is my soup, my sandwich, and I should have another one. There it goes. Boom. So there you have it. Tuna melt, vegetable soup, lots of great vegetables, and just made with as minimal microwaving as possible. That bread, of course, is microwave fresh. I would say pretty easy. I did boil that water first and boil that chicken first, but bon appetit. I'll take a picture.